Back again. They want to know what happened at the Richmond Auditorium Center, 1992. I want to say 92. I would say early 93, but I'm going to really go with 1992. We had a show at the Richmond Auditorium. JT the Bigga Figga, Master P, RBL Posse, Cold World Hustlers, and a few other artists from San Francisco, I want to say. The show started, or the doors opened up probably around 8 o'clock, no, around 6 o'clock. Doors opened up about 6 o'clock, Richmond Auditorium. We get there early to go do a sound check. I had never met Master P before. He was representing Richmond at this time. I'm not for sure what side of Richmond. I know he used to be in the Manors. Shout out to Lil Rick, that was one of his artists out there. And when we get to the show for the sound check, sound is good. Richmond Auditorium, big as hell. This is my first, I want to say my first show on my album, Don't Stop Till We Major Drop. That was in 92, November 16th. So this had to be December or January. And I never heard Master P music at this point in time, but he was doing this thing with a record store over there, No Limit Records. And I believe he switched it over to a record label. And after the sound check, we leave and go back to Frisco, I think, to get dressed, change or whatnot, and then come back. So I get back probably around 8 o'clock. I think San Quinn is with us, Demo, Seth. I think the whole GOP was there. And a bunch of bros from Fillmore was there. You know, the hood came out. The whole hood wasn't there yet, though. Only a few people from Fillmore was there. A lot of people from Oakland, a lot of people from Richmond was there. And Cold World Hustlers, they from Oakdale, Hunters Point. They get into it with some guys from Richmond. Right when the show started, like in the lobby. But they quickly seen they was outnumbered. I don't know why they want to start something with the Richmond boys, because we in their city. So when the shit pop off, the Richmond boys kind of round up a few more homies and run them up out of there. So they end up leaving, you know what I mean? They never came back to perform. So they started some shit, but we was still there though. So I don't know who opened up the show. Maybe one or two people went on first. And then it was my turn. Now I think RBL Posse was supposed to perform also, but they end up leaving because the Richmond niggas start coming in there deep. So it really wasn't that many people from the city that hadn't got there yet. Around 8:30, 9 o'clock, that's when my people came from Fillmore. They didn't all come to the backstage. They came through the front door, you know, supporting the show. Shout out to Sean Richards, Brothers Against Guns. He is the person that put the show on. So, like I said, Cold World Hustlers started some shit, or got into some shit. I don't know who started it, with the boys from Richmond. And they was outnumbered. I seen them. They got into a little scuffle. The rest of the Richmond boys came around. Then they just got up out of there. So I'm backstage, me, GOP, few of the homies, but all my homies is in the front row. Yeah, so everybody from Fillmore and Frisco start coming down to the front. So as soon as I start performing, I remember the song. It was The Hard Way. Soon as man, I was only into probably my first verse, and all I heard was projects, projects, coming from the back, coming through the entrance, all the way. You know, I'm on stage. I'm looking this way. I see all my people in the front, but about a hundred goons came through the through the front door up there. They were screaming projects, so they was coming down the aisle, and I'm still performing. But the performance finna get cut short. While they start picking up chairs, throwing the chairs to the front of the stage where all my homies was at, but we was outnumbered. Next thing you know, they start rushing down. Now they swinging. They throwing chairs, they swinging. Next thing you know, they coming on stage. I try to do the Tupac and grab the mic stand, but a nigga blocked that motherfucker. Another nigga came from the side, and next thing you know, it wasn't nothing but hands and feet. We tried our best, but we couldn't win this fight. We was outnumbered, and Master P was at the leading the charge. Shout out to Master P. You know what I mean? Y'all did good that night. When we was leaving out the back, the police and shit was outside. It wasn't that many police cars. But why nigga from across the streets just start shooting at the door? San Quinn jumped in a police car. Shout out to San Quinn. He saved himself. He didn't save me though. That nigga jumped in a police car. The police car started pulling off while they was shooting from across the street. Shout out to Richmond, man. Some real thoroughbred goons over there, man. They was really about that action. And when everybody was trying to make it to their cars, you had to duck bullets. We had to duck bullets to get to our car, man, and get up out of there. So that's what happened. A year earlier, we did it to Tupac. A year later, we getting stomped the hell out. My homeboy Pigskins, Proper D, they got fucked up hella bad. They went to the hospital. You know, they was caught right there in the front where all the 100 niggas came. Everybody was scrambling. That's when I seen that we didn't stick together as Fillmore. We should have got beat up together, but two of our homeboys got left at the front of the stage, and that was ugly. You know what I mean? My homeboy, he hated that shit forever, boy. He hated Richmond niggas forever after that. He blamed the whole Richmond, but it was really our fault. We should have organized better. We should have stayed together. But once you outnumbered and them chairs coming and shit, everybody start going for what they know. You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole Know Ya, man. Them niggas was screaming, projects. The whole crowd, like the 300, nigga, that movie called 300. They was like 300, all one unit. Chairs, fists, feet. Yeah, so that's what happened though, man. You know, you win some, you lose some, man. So that's the promise story that I want to tell the people how it happened. You know, didn't nobody die. They shot a lot of bullets. A lot of our cars had bullet holes in them, you know, but we made it back with our life. Yeah. And then 2 years later, that nigga came to my mama house. We could have jumped Master P and Fillmore, but I squashed it. That was 1994 when Master P came and asked me to produce some music for his first real album, The Ghetto Trying to Kill Me. And yeah. Shout out to Master P though, man. Shout out to the whole Richmond, man. Love y'all. That's my time on this story right here. Why did Master P stop showing love to Richmond? Because Richmond, Master P got into it with some Richmond niggas too. You Master P them some gangsters. They wasn't no lightweight niggas. He was about that action. But once he started popping in the rap game, he started getting hated too. And he didn't get a lot of love from niggas. So the love that he did got, he was like, fuck it, I'm taking it back to New Orleans. Yep, he took the game back to New Orleans. When he signed with Priority Records, 1 year after 94, 95, April 13th, I signed with Priority. He signed with Priority April 17th, and the rest is history. He took his game back down south. You know what I mean? Nah, real shit. You know, this is the history of how the rap game went. You know what I mean? This is good history right here. Good knowledge. You know what I mean? King George, King George fell out with Master P at the wrong time. Uh, King George was powerful too. He helped Master P. You know, in the beginning, he was part of No Limit crew, but it was a power struggle. But P was the leader, and King George wasn't the leader. But he tried to have a dispute with P about some business, and once they had that dispute, P was like, "Fuck it, if that's how you feel, you go your way, I go my way. No Limit Records, this is my shit." So King George continued to do his own thing. Shout out to King George for still trying, you know what I mean? He didn't never stop trying. He just kept doing it the best way he could by himself. You know, he never got the status that he probably was aiming for or the money, but he still, you know, was a factor in the No Limit movement. You know what I mean? Yeah. If he said I'm lying, then I'm dying. Yeah. So that's what happened though, man. And you know, it's a lot of shit that took place that, you know, the new generation don't know about. Yeah, shout out to K. Lou. He did his thing. Now, if you make it out of Richmond, you did good. Boy, it ain't easy in the Bay Area, man. It's a lot of killing and shit, man. A lot of hate that take place in the Bay Area. You gotta really be on your shit. You know what I mean? And Master P wasn't wrong for going to New Orleans because that's where he from. So he brought the power back to New Orleans, and they never let go. Once they got it down south, the South ain't never let it go. New York ain't got it, Cali ain't got it, Midwest ain't got it, the South got it. Yeah, the South got it, and that's, you know, California, we had it for a long time. Yeah, but, you know, that's how it go, man. Shout out to the South, man. Y'all did good. The South made a bunch of millionaire rappers, bunch of them, especially where I'm at right now in Atlanta. Bunch of niggas that was broke that got big money now. Yeah, I don't know about Big Ed. Yeah, now the South did good. The South stayed together. The South got clubs. The South got black programmers. The South got black radios. The South got college radios, college campuses. So all the power for music is down South. That's why they got it. Once the college kids got it, the rest of the country get it. You know what I mean? That's the facts. Yeah, that's the facts right there. You know, the South know how to work together. In California, we got to learn how to work together again. Because right now, California, well, I mean, now I'm hearing California doing better, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, this story not about Rich the Factor. This about Master P and JT and Master P and them jumping on our head, having a great time jumping on our head. You know, we was young niggas, though. But age don't matter. Nope, it don't matter. Shit, them niggas was grown. They came in with power, nigga. We was just some kids, nigga. I was what, 18? I was what, 18, finna be 19? Yep. But you know, age don't matter. It don't matter. And when you in the streets, nigga, you gotta take your beating, nigga, like a grown man too. Yeah, a grown man or a young nigga, you gotta take your beating. When it's your turn to get beat, you gotta get beat. Ain't no way around it. You know what I mean? You gotta take your beating like a man. Shit me. Hell yeah. Cold World Hustlers, yeah, them niggas started that shit and left, man. Left us to get beat. It would have been nice if they'd have got beat with us. And RBL Posse too, but them niggas said, fuck that, we out of here. It was too dangerous in there. I'm like, nigga, this is my show. I can't leave my show. Yeah, I got to do it. Yeah, I got to do it. Mm-hmm. Well, man, you live to fight another day. Yeah, shout out to St. Charles too. Without him, we wouldn't have never been on. Nah, real talk. All right, that's my time on this live. I'll be back with another one. But I had to do this for the people that wanted the official story, you know, and shit. We squashed the beef 2 years later at my mama house, Master P. Go listen to the album Ghetto Trying to Kill Me. Listen to the song Player Haters. I produced that. We in my bedroom at my mama house. Yep, and I taught him how to put all the album covers on the inside. Yeah, I taught Master P that. That's called marketing. Yeah, so shout out to P though. He did his thing. You know what I mean? See y'all in a minute. Yee!